Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Ticker TV. I'm Jamie Bowler, the director of the Heart of Scottsville, and I'm here this morning in the Allen County Historical Society located on North 4th Street, very close to the downtown area. And joining me this morning is Miss Jolene Cooper. She's a member of the Historical Society and I would say longtime volunteer, longtime volunteer of the Historical Society, and she's joining us this morning. We're going to talk about the Historical Society and what they do, and I'm going to let her talk about that. And then we're going to finish up talking a little bit about the Jacksonian Days Festival, which is fast approaching at the end of this month. But let Jolene talk a little bit about the history of the hotel that used to stand where the library stands now, actually, and kind of how things got started while we celebrate the Jacksonian Days. So without further ado, I'll let Jolene take over and just kind of let her run with it. So.
We'd like to welcome you all to the Allen County Historical Society and Museum. We have a lot of artifacts here from Allen County, and the Historical Society started in February the 16th of 1981. And the first president, which was ones that started the Historical Society, was Mrs. Marie Gerald, and Mrs. Gilmore, and Mrs. Weaver, and H.H. Patton. And they were the ones that got the Historical Society started. They didn't have a home for a few years, and then they bought a building and started having their meetings there. And then in 1992, in January, they bought the Graves home here on North 4th Street and started the museum. Little by little, they had artifacts donated to them, and we have it now pretty full capacity with a lot of Allen County artifacts and stuff from Allen County. We'd like to invite everybody to come over to our meetings. We have meetings on every third Monday night. Our summer meetings start at 7 o'clock. We have a lot of good programs. This month we will be having a lady from Western that's going to give on the all of Allen County people that has has made and made patents with their inventions, and so that will be a really interesting thing to know what Allen County people have made has made patent on their inventions. We would like for you to come by. We are open for tours Monday through Thursday from 11 to 3:30. We have our genealogy room upstairs, which we have a lot of information on family history in Allen County. A lot of individual and a real large information on the wars of Allen County and the soldiers that we have. And we have several books for sale, which is in there. Glenn Connor has a very good book on the Allen County slaves, and he's done a lot of research on that, and that is really a good book, plus our family history book that we have, and our pictorial history book is our main ones. We also have a lot of old and a lot of the newer ornaments that we sell each year, and they are historical places here in Allen County. So we would like to invite you to come over and see that, take a tour, or just come by sometime and just talk with us. We always have volunteers. All of our people here in the museum is all volunteers. We have no paid employees, so that's a really big thing for Allen County to have, and to have all of the different artifacts that we have here. We are going to have, the next thing that we're working on now is the Jacksonian, which we have Heritage Day here, and it started several years ago, and just part of Jacksonian festival that they have in town. We have here. As part of you know, we were at the Lyric last year and had demonstrations of different things that happened at the Lyric on the square, but we're bringing it back here to the museum this year. and we are featuring the War of 1812, the Civil War, which the Civil War is the 150th anniversary. The War of 1812 is the 200th anniversary. So we're having, celebrating that. We also are going to have Freddie Brown and the Desmer music here in the yard. And we've had them here before, and some of you have been here, and we, you know how good they are, and they will be playing that time period music. We also have a group of Girl Scouts, which they're celebrating their 100th anniversary.
Yeah.
And so there will be a group of those girls here that will be showing what they do and how they have survived the 100 years. We also, the DAR, which is the Daughters of American Revolution, meets here in our museum. And they are the Patrick Gilmore chapter here in Allen County. Is celebrating their 50th year this year.
Wow.
And so they will have a table set up and telling what they are going to do and how they have survived 50 years. So we welcome everybody to the Jacksonian, to just after you do your festival uptown, or come by first thing, and we'll be open from 9 to 4.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the history of the Jacksonian Hotel that actually stood on the square, and Jolene's going to give a little more backstory about that. But I think there was 2 that stood there prior to the Jacksonian, so if you want to talk a little bit about that and then just lead on into the Jacksonian Hotel.
Okay, in 1835, there was a hotel built on that site, and it burned in 1860, and so then they built the Scottsville Hotel on the same site in 1865, and then they had it was a big white hotel, 3-story. It had a porch all the way around the hotel, and you had chairs sitting out there. It was a beautiful hotel. And then in 1918, it burned. And so then that was when during World War I, and they had and it burnt from a kitchen fire also. So there was a need there for. We had the oil boom here in Allen County at that time, and we needed another hotel to take all those people that was coming in, staying here with the oil boom. And so they did tear that one, finished tearing it down, and built the Jacksonian Hotel. Which it was built in 1919, and it was built by a group of men, oil men that was here at the time. And they got an architect from Bowling Green, Kentucky, and his name was R.B. Turbleville, and he was the one that built it. It was 3 stories high, and it had altogether had 35 rooms in it, and each one had a bathroom in it, and it had a big wooden. It was all built with wood and brick, because it was World War I. There was not any metal anywhere around to build, so they used what they had. And it had a beautiful stairway that went up to the 3rd floor. And of course, then in later years, that was taken out and put in a big metal elevator that went all 3 stories high. So that was a big thing at the time. And all in all, it had 50 rooms, counting the kitchen and the dining room and all the other, the lobby and stuff. So it had 50 rooms, so that was big. And it was named Jacksonian because Andrew Jackson used to go from Nashville to Louisville and then to Washington through 31E, which is called the Jackson Highway. Yeah. And so they naturally wanted to name it. And it was told, it never have been proven, that Andrew Jackson slept in one of the other White Hotel.
Oh,
But they've never actually proven that, but they did name Jacksonian Hotel after him because of that. And it was built in 1919. And then on a sad day was March the 30th of 1973. They went up there and there was it went through several hands. I mean, different people owned it over the years. But in March the 20th of 1973, there was a sign on the door when the people went to get their breakfast, coffee and stuff here in Scottsville, that they were closing the hotel. And then in November of 1973, the hotel was taken down. Very sad at the time. A lot of people was really sad, but it had to be done because there was a lot of work that had to be done on it to bring it up to codes, and they couldn't. There wasn't anyone that wanted to undertake that because the hotel business was kind of going down at that time. Besides in big, large towns, because the motels had taken over at that time, so it was a very sad time. But then in 1981, the Scottsville Women's Club decided they wanted to keep the history going, so they started a 5K run in the last weekend of April. And as over the years, they've added a lot of things to it.
Yep.
They've added the street fair, the bass tournament, the beauty contest, the quilt show, and the music, cruising in down at the Baptist Church. And of course, as we know, the Grandest Ole Opry was another thing they added. And the Spring Lights Dogwood Festival at the Baptist Church, that's a big thing for all of the music here in Scottsville. And also the Heritage Day, which we were talking about a while ago. And so we invite everybody to come out on Saturday, April the 28th this year, and enjoy a day of festival and eat a little bit. And,
that's right.
And see our artifacts here at the Heritage Day.
That's right.
And we appreciate you coming over with us and visiting us, and we invite everyone else to come.
It's my pleasure, and this is really a jewel right here in town. I would encourage everybody to come. I've had the pleasure of, this is the third time I've been here now in 3 weeks, and have really enjoyed it. You'd be surprised what you could find when you come in here. And Jacksonian Days will be April the 28th, Saturday, and there's something going on all day long. The street festival, the Grandest Ole Opry will actually be, a portion of it will be on that day as well. And the Heritage Day here at the Historical Society will be going on. So come out and visit. Hope you've enjoyed a little bit of history about the hotel and why the event was started, and rather than just, you know, the date and time of the event. So we hope you've enjoyed it, and a big thank you to Jolene and the Historical Society and what they do in the community. So stop by and see them, and thank you all until we see you next time.